Welcome to Sage of Stoicism, a haven for those passionate about personal growth and Stoic wisdom. Today we tackle an intricate and vital topic: understanding and identifying narcissism. Recognizing a narcissist isn't merely about labeling. It's about equipping ourselves with profound insights to enrich our interactions and self-growth. Today, we embark on a detailed exploration of the 11 unmistakable signs that you might be dealing with a narcissist. We'll draw from real-world scenarios, psychological insights, and Stoic philosophy to unravel these traits. Join us on this enlightening journey to deepen our understanding of human behavior and fortify our personal development. Way 1. Excessive need for admiration. The first sign is an excessive need for admiration. This trait is the hallmark of narcissism, revealing itself in various contexts. Narcissists are like actors on a perpetual stage, seeking applause and affirmation relentlessly. This need stems from an inflated self-view and profound insecurities. Consider a colleague who transforms every achievement into a grand narrative, or a partner who constantly seeks validation for every minor accomplishment. Beyond the surface, this constant search for admiration often masks a deep vulnerability. Narcissists may seem confident, but their self-esteem depends heavily on others' perceptions. In social gatherings or professional settings, their stories and achievements are not just shared, they're broadcasted with an expectation of praise. This behavior can be draining for those around them, turning interactions into one-sided affirmations of the narcissist's ego. Their need for admiration often leaves little space for mutual appreciation and can exhaust those around them. Reflect on your experiences. Have you encountered individuals whose thirst for admiration seems unquenchable? How did it impact your interactions and feelings towards them? Way 2. Lack of empathy. Next, we explore the lack of empathy. Empathy, the ability to understand and share another's feelings, is fundamentally lacking in narcissists. They struggle to recognize or validate others' emotions, often responding with indifference or irritation to shared distress. This absence of empathy is not just insensitive, it's a fundamental disconnect in emotional understanding. Picture sharing a distressing experience, hoping for solace or understanding, only to be met with a cold, disinterested response. This inability to empathize goes beyond a lack of interest in others' feelings. It's a fundamental incapacity to understand and share in the emotional experiences of others. In relationships, this can lead to significant distress, as the narcissistic individual often invalidates and ignores the emotional needs of their partner, leading to a deeply unbalanced and unsatisfying relationship dynamic. This can be particularly damaging in close relationships, leaving partners or friends feeling emotionally unsupported and isolated. Reflect on your encounters. Have you ever felt emotionally dismissed or invisible in someone's presence? Way 3. Entitlement and superiority. The third sign is entitlement and superiority. Narcissists often operate under the belief that they are inherently superior and deserve special treatment. This manifests in various ways, from expecting others to adhere to their demands to blatantly disregarding rules or others' feelings. This sense of superiority can also manifest in everyday interactions. Narcissists often expect special treatment in mundane situations, like jumping cues or expecting undue favors. They carry an air of unearned privilege, which can be particularly jarring in social settings, leaving others feeling disrespected and undervalued. Consider a work scenario where a colleague blatantly expects special privileges, or in a relationship, one partner's needs and desires are prioritized without consideration for the other. This sense of entitlement often stems from an exaggerated self-perception, creating challenges in forming balanced, respectful relationships. Reflect on your experiences. Have you encountered someone who acted as if the world should cater to their whims? Way 4. Exploitative behavior. Our fourth point is exploitative behavior. Narcissists view relationships as avenues for personal gain, often employing emotional manipulation to achieve their ends. This exploitation can range from subtle emotional leverage to overtly taking advantage of someone's kindness or resources. Exploitative behavior in narcissists also extends to their manipulation of situations and people to achieve their goals, regardless of the consequences for others. They often display a cunning ability to read people and exploit their weaknesses, using charm or persuasion to get what they want, leaving a trail of hurt and confusion. It's like having a friend who is charming and attentive when they need a favor, but distant otherwise. This behavior, rooted in a lack of genuine regard for others, is essential to recognize for self-protection. Think back to times when you felt more like a resource than a valued friend or colleague. How did it affect your trust and perception of the relationship? Way 5. Jealousy and envy. Jealousy and envy are the fifth signs. Narcissists often grapple with these emotions, particularly towards those they perceive as rivals or more successful. This can lead to undermining others' achievements, reacting negatively to attention given to others, or persistent competitiveness. In a narcissist's world, others' achievements can be perceived as direct threats to their self-esteem. Their envy can lead them to engage in petty behavior, like spreading rumors or engaging in passive-aggressive actions, to undermine those they view as competitors or threats. It's important to differentiate between normal envy and a narcissist's pathological jealousy, which stems from their need to always be the best or the center of attention. Consider instances where someone's response to your accomplishments felt more undermining than supportive. How did it affect your self-esteem and the dynamics of your relationship? Way 6. Arrogance and haughtiness. The sixth sign is arrogance and haughtiness. This trait transcends confidence, revealing an overbearing sense of self-importance that often leads to demeaning or dismissing others. Narcissists may exhibit this through excessive bragging, interrupting others, or a dismissive attitude. Extreme arrogance can be particularly challenging in group settings, where their need to dominate can stifle collaboration and respect. This overbearing arrogance can often lead to conflicts and strained relationships, both personally and professionally. In a narcissist's mind, their opinions are not just opinions. They are facts that others should accept without question. This inability to engage in meaningful dialogue can be isolating and damaging to their social connections. Reflect on your experiences. Have you dealt with someone whose arrogance made balanced conversation or mutual understanding difficult? How did you navigate these interactions, and what impact did they have on you? Way 7. Demanding perfection. Our seventh point is demanding perfection from others. This trait is often most evident in professional environments, where a narcissistic individual may impose unrealistic standards, criticize relentlessly, and rarely acknowledge others' efforts. It's a method of control and can create a toxic atmosphere. Their demand for perfection from others often leads to a toxic environment, where fear and anxiety replace motivation and creativity. In personal relationships, this can manifest as unreasonable expectations on partners or children, creating a stifling and oppressive atmosphere. Consider your professional experiences. Have you worked with someone who never seemed satisfied with your work, regardless of your dedication and effort? How did this affect your morale and perception of your abilities? Way 8. Manipulation and gaslighting. Manipulation and gaslighting, our eighth sign, are particularly insidious. Narcissists are adept at using deceit and psychological tactics to control and destabilize others. Gaslighting, where the manipulator makes the victim question their reality, is a common tactic. They might deny saying something you clearly recall or shift blame to make you doubt your perceptions. These tactics can be disorienting and damaging, eroding trust and self-confidence. Gaslighting in particular is a sinister form of manipulation. It involves denying or twisting facts to the point where the victim starts questioning their sanity. Narcissists use this tactic skillfully to deflect blame, escape accountability, and maintain control over their victims. Reflect on situations where you began to question your own memory or judgment due to someone's manipulative behavior. How did you regain trust in your perceptions and reality? Way 9. Fragile self-esteem. Beneath their exterior, many narcissists harbor fragile self-esteem. This may appear paradoxical given their outward confidence, but this facade often masks deep-seated insecurities. They react with anger or defensiveness to criticism, seeing it as a personal attack rather than constructive feedback. This fragility acts as a defense mechanism, shielding their inflated self-image from any perceived threat. This fragility of self-esteem is a contradictory aspect of narcissism. Their outward bravado hides an inner self-doubt and vulnerability. When this fragile self-esteem is threatened, their reaction can be extreme and disproportionate, often manifesting as anger or hostility. Reflect on interactions where you've seen someone react excessively to mild criticism. How did this affect your approach to giving feedback or expressing your opinion? Way 10. Shifting blame and avoiding responsibility. Shifting blame and avoiding responsibility is another key sign. Narcissists rarely admit fault or take responsibility for their actions. Instead, they find ways to blame others, even for their own mistakes or failures. This behavior is evident in various contexts, from personal relationships to professional environments. Their tendency to shift blame is not just about escaping accountability. It's about protecting their fragile ego from any form of criticism. This behavior can be particularly frustrating in situations where honesty and introspection are crucial, as it obstructs personal growth and resolution of conflicts. Recognizing this behavior helps maintain clarity and not internalize unwarranted guilt or blame. Reflect on instances where someone consistently deflected blame or refused to acknowledge their role in a problem. How did this affect your perception of fairness and accountability in the relationship? Way 11. Superficial charm. Finally, superficial charm is a common characteristic. Narcissists can be incredibly charismatic, using this charm to manipulate and control. Initially, they may seem engaging, attentive, and caring, but this charm often serves to mask more manipulative, self-centered intentions. This charm is often the first trait that draws people to a narcissist. It's captivating and can make them seem more appealing and trustworthy than they really are. However, over time, this charm fades, revealing the more manipulative and self-centered nature underneath. Be wary of charm that seems too good to be true. Reflect on encounters with individuals whose initial charisma later revealed troubling behaviors. How did this affect your trust and approach to new relationships? Understanding these 11 signs is crucial for our personal and emotional well-being. It enables us to approach interactions with wisdom, resilience, and a stoic mindset. If you've recognized these traits in someone, consider how this awareness can guide your interactions and support your journey of self-improvement. Share your thoughts, experiences, and how you've navigated these challenging dynamics in the comments. Like the video and subscribe for more content on embracing wisdom, cultivating resilience, and continuing your journey of self-growth. Until next time, stay thoughtful, stay resilient, and keep striving for personal excellence.